Does the tap of your camera look like a math problem that you didn't study for? You're watching this video because those letters, MASP, aren't just random symbols. They're the keys to taking professional looking photos. I'm Tony and welcome back to the Tony Narrative. If you've been stuck on auto because you're terrified to touch this dial, then you're in the right place. Today we are pulling the mystery out this scary looking dial. We are not turning this into a physics lecture. Instead, I want you to think of this as your storytelling selector. Each one of these letters tells the camera what part of your story is most important to you right now. So let's break them down simply. First up, that infamous green box, or sometimes it says A+. This is full auto. In this mode, the camera makes every decision for you. It decides how bright the photo is, what's in focus, and whether to pop that awful built-in flash, which not too awful, it does come in handy quite often, depending on the type of camera you have. But parent-to-parent tip here, it is absolutely okay to use auto. If your kid suddenly makes a hilarious face or the dog does something amazing, don't fiddle with dials and settings, just throw it in auto, get the shot. A capture moment on auto is always better than a missed moment on manual. But here's the problem with auto. The camera has no creative opinion. It just wants a bright average picture. It doesn't know if you want a dreamy portrait or a sharp action shot to tell your narrative. You just have to let it take the wheel. Aperture is the adjustable opening inside the lens that lets light in. When you're in this mode, you control one main number, the f-stop. And this is the only slightly counterintuitive part, so stick with me here. A small number like f1.8 or f2.8 makes the background super blurry and draws attention to your subject. A big number like f11 or f1 or f16 makes everything in the background sharp from the foreground to the horizon. Here's a narrative trick for parents. Your living room is probably a beautiful chaos of toys and laundry, right? I know mine is. But you really want that cute picture of your kid. So try this. Turn your dial to AV for Aperture Priority. Scroll that wheel until the F number is as low as possible, say f2.8 if your lens allows. Take the picture. The camera blurs out the messy background and makes your child pop. It tells the viewer, look at this face, ignore the distractions. Okay, but what if your story isn't about dreamy portraits? What if your story is about speed? Turn that dial to S or TV, depending on your camera brand. This is shutter priority. The shutter is like a tiny curtain inside your camera that opens and closes, controlling how long the sensor sees light. In this mode, you essentially control time. If you're at a soccer game, a school play, or just trying to get a picture of your hyperactive pet, and your photos are a blurry mess, it's probably because your shutter speed is too slow. The trick for freezing action, you want a higher number here. Aim for at least 1/500th of a second for running kids or pets. If you go too low, you'll get motion blur. If you go high enough, you can freeze a water balloon mid-burst. And here's a creative narrative for kids and adults alike watching. You can use this mode for awesome artistic effects. So for example, set your shutter speed really slow, like one full second or 5 seconds. Go into a dark room, have your friend wave a flashlight around you while you take a picture. You'll essentially be painting with light and creating light trails. It's called light painting, and it's a credible way to tell a story with just light. And finally, the dreaded M for manual mode. Look, people think real photographers only shoot in manual. That's just not true. I shoot professionally, and I use Aperture Priority quite often myself. Manual means that you have to juggle the aperture, the shutter speed, and the ISO all at once. It's like trying to learn how to drive a stick shift car while eating a burrito in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Honestly, it's a lot to manage. My honest advice for beginners, parents, and kids, don't start here. Master Aperture Priority and Shutter Priority first. Let the camera help you while you learn, and then come back to manual mode when you have a little more knowledge. One quick mission here. There's often a P for program mode. Think of this as auto smarter cousin. It still picks things for you, but it's a bit more flexible. It's a great stepping stone out of the green box, which is auto mode. So here's your homework. Your narrative challenge for the week. I want you to take your camera off the green square. Option number 1, turn your dial to A or AV, which again is aperture priority. Take a portrait of your kid, your pet, or even a toy, and try to get that blurry background. Again, this could range based upon the lens that comes with your camera. The second option here is turn your dial to S or TV mode, again for shutter priority. Go outside and try to freeze some action, maybe someone jumping, a car driving by, or that crazy dog of yours. Then come back to the comments below and tell me, what mode you try? What was your biggest win? What was your biggest challenge? I'll be down responding to everybody. And again, like always, if this video helped remove the mystery of that little piece of plastic on the top of your camera, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and reach more aspiring storytellers. And if you want to join a community of parents, hobbyists, and kids learning to find their narrative through photography, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any future tips, studio builds, or gear deep dives. Now, get out of here and capture something great. I can't wait to see what your narrative unfolds.